Shalom, 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 Israel. Shalom, 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 my brothers and my sister. How y'all doing today? I am Israel, a true seeker of Yahweh. First of all, I want to just give all praise and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. Man, we got to give all glory, give him a hand for that. We got to, man. But without him, man, our day couldn't even go on, man. How y'all doing today, Israel, man? Man, today we're going to read the Bible, Genesis chapter 5. And we're going to see what the Spirit lead us to and what the Spirit give us. You know, we go off the Spirit. Reading the Bible, we go off the Spirit. Get the understanding. He said, lean not on thy own understanding. So we can't lean on our own understanding. So we got to go with what the Scripture give us. So, but like I was saying the other day, we got a feast coming up, the new moon, and the blowing of the trumpet this Sunday on the 21st. And the new moon, that bring in a new month. You got some Israelite go off the first light. And you got some Israelite go off the dark moon. I congregate with some brothers go off the first light. But I believe in the dark moon, you know. I believe I go out when the moon is all the way dark. That's the new month. That's the new moon. But we, like I said, we got a good celebration coming up, a feast coming up this Sunday. And I hope all Israel, man, I hope y'all enjoy y'all feast, man. I hope y'all enjoy y'all feast. With that being said, let's get in it then. Let's get in it. Everybody get their King James Version with the Apocryphal. They open up to Genesis chapter 5. That's where we lie at Genesis chapter 5. And like I said, we're going to keep doing it different. Read and discuss as we go. Instead of reading through it and then come back, we're going to try it different. So, with that being said, let's get started. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 5, verse 1. This is the book of the generation of Adam. In the day that God created man, in the likeness of God made he him. Okay. The generation, we all know generation, genealogy, that's dealing with your bloodline. That's dealing with your relatives, you know, the generation. Not the generation of Adam. His son, his wife, you know, and the others, cause Adam mean man, mankind. It mean a people. Adam mean that. So this is the book of the generation of Adam. In the day that God created man. Now God, everybody come from God. He created us all because he created us male and female. But Adam was the one created in the image of God. Let's finish reading. Verse 2. Let's finish off verse 1 first. In the likeness of God made he him. In the likeness of God made he him. So in the image of God. Adam was the only one created in the image of God. Male and female, verse 2, male and female created he them. Male and female created he them. But he created male and female. But always remember, Adam was the one created like in the likeness of God, in the image of God. Adam was. And male and female created he them, and blessed them, and called their name Adam in the day when they were created. So when he created them, he called all of them Adam. Like I said, Adam mean man, Adam mean people, a nation of people, you know. Matter of fact, let's get the definition of it. Yes. So God created all people, but Adam was formed in the image of God. Not all. Okay, that's 120. Excuse me. Yeah. So it say Adam from 119. It say Adam from 119, ruddy, a human being, an individual, or the species, mankind. Adam, common sort, low, man, men, person. Adam means man, mankind, people. Somewhat indefinite. Adam, the first man, or a city in the Jordan Valley. That's what Adam is. A person, mankind. So when he called their name Adam, that's what he called all of them Adam. Now, remember, God made male and female. So when he said let's create it back in Genesis 1, he said let's create man in our image. He made Adam and the other people. But Adam wasn't named Adam right then, though. Because he took Adam, well, he probably was named Adam because he called all of them Adam. He named them after one man, Adam. So it was like a nation. But he took them from him and pulled him and blew the breath of life in him and put him in the Garden of Eden to tilled it. So everybody get to understand it. So Adam was the first man. He just pulled him from them. He created all of them at the same time. But he created Adam first because he created Adam in his image. And he created everybody after Adam. So Adam was the first man, if you look at it that way. But he created them, he made male and female, created them, and blessed them, and called their name Adam in the day when they were created. Verse 3, and Adam lived 130 years, and begot a son in his own likeness, after his image, and called his name Seth. Now, this son came out of Adam. seed, lungs, however you want to put it. He came from Adam. Now this son likeness of Adam. Now this the next one gonna have the image of God. Cause it said, and Adam lived 130 years and begot a son in his own likeness. In his own likeness. And what likeness do he got? The likeness of the Most High, God. So he made in the image of the God. So after his image, who image he got? God image. So this the next line. Self was the next bloodline coming from Adam, who made in the image of God. See, everything now that that Adam bring out of his lung, gonna be made in the image of God. Meaning, you was made to do right. You was made in the image of God, righteousness. You was made to do right, not corruption. See, the other ones, what he made with Adam, that's where Cain got his wife from. Them was called Adam, but they was all wicked. See, sin was in the world before the law was given. The law was him first. But sin was in the world before the law was given. The law was him. It wasn't given. They did so much sin, and that's when the law was given in the world. So he made, when he put his seed in Eve and created Self, his other son, his third son, he was made in the image. See, I think I got a but I wanted to say, the image that God made Adam in, this is the book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 10. And have put on the new man. See, when he blew the image he made him in and blew the breath of life in him, he gave him a righteous image. It said, and have put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge after the image of him that created him. So that the same thing with Self, with Adam gave birth, when Adam had Self, he was created in the same way. In the same way Adam was in the image of God. Right. Verse, let's finish reading verse 3. And Adam lived 130 years and begot a son in his own likeness, after his image, and called his name Self. So Self, this after Cain and killed Abel, Cain gone, he done wandered off Shinar, and they got him a wife. He done had kids and everything. Now Adam and Eve gave birth to Self. Verse 4. Verse 4 said, and the days of Adam after he begot Self were 800 years, and he begot sons and daughters. So Adam lived 800 years after he had begot Self. And he also had more sons and daughters. But pay attention to the line that the Most High choose. Everybody is not built in the image of God. It's the line he choosing down to be built in his image. Now he chose Seth because he moved to Seth. That's their next son. And he was 800 and he had more sons and daughters. But God chose Seth. Verse 5. Verse 5. And all the days that Adam lived were 930 years, and he died. Adam lived 930 years. Verse 6. And Seth lived 105 years and begot Enos. Now he lived 105 years before he had his first child. And Enos was his child. So he begot Enos. Pay attention to the name. Adam, Seth, now Enos. Enos is in the image of Seth. In the image of, did it say anything like that? It said, and Seth lived 105 years and begot Enos. And Seth lived, verse 7, and Seth lived after he begot Enos 807 years and begot sons and daughters. Okay, he begot more sons and daughters. But Adam, Seth, Enos. He ain't choose nobody else. He just said, and he begot, Seth had begot more sons and daughters. Not, he ain't picked out, he wasn't picking like Enos. Verse 8. And all the days of Seth were 912 years, and he died. So he lived 912 years. Seth lived 912 years. Adam lived 930 years. But Seth lived 912 years, and he died. Now, in verse 9, and Enos lived 90 years and begot Canaan. Now, Enos lived 90 years. It was like a while before they were having kids. Some was in 100 when they had their first kid or something. The first righteous kid, cause Cain, he don't count. He already been exclusive. He killed the one, Abel. He killed the one God was gonna use. So now she gave him another son. So God gonna use Seth. We moved to Seth. We moved to Enos. Now Enos lived 90 years and begot Canaan. And Enos lived after he begot Canaan 815 years and begot sons and daughters. Now Enos begot more sons and daughters, but Canaan, Adam, Seth, Enos, Canaan. That's 4. These generations now, these are generation, we count. Generation, that's 4 generation right there. 4 generation of Adam, of his bloodline, his seed. Not of all the Adams or the Adamites, but of his bloodline that came from his loins. He said, and Enos lived after he begot Canaan 815 years and begot sons and daughters. Verse 11. And all the days of Enos were 905 years, and he died. So Enos lived 905 years, 912 years for Seth, 930 years for Adam. Verse 12. And Canaan lived 70 years and begot Mahalalel. Work with me, family. I'm going to pronounce it the best way I can. Mahalalel. So Canaan lived 70 years and begot Mahalalel. And Canaan lived after he begot Mahalalel 840 years, and begot sons and daughters. And he did the same thing. But Mahalalel was chosen. That's the next line. That's 5. And all the days of Canaan were 910 years, and he died. And Mahalalel lived 60 and 5 years, and begot Jared. He lived 65 years. It going down and down, ain't it? We getting younger and younger, having kids, younger and younger, as of the day. And it's still doing the same thing. My first child, I was what, 19? Then you got children under that having kids under was younger than that. But it's doing the same thing. It just repeat itself. That's all it do, repeat itself. And Mahalalel lived 60 and 5 years and begot Jared. And Mahalalel lived after he begot Jared 830 years and begot sons and daughters. So he lived 830 years and begot sons and daughters. But they took what God chose Jared. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the 6th line. In all the days, verse 17, in all the days of Mahalalel were 895 years, and he died. He lived 895 years. Now it's dropping down the years, so they dying now, because it was 900. So, but he died at 800. Okay, verse 18. And Jared lived 162 years, and he begot Enoch. He begot Enoch. So like it, family, hold on for a minute. I was just looking at something. Okay. Verse 18. And Jared lived 100. And Jared lived 162 years, and he begot Enoch. He the 7th from Adam. I have to look more into that right there because that's in something else, but I wanted to look that up when I read it earlier. Verse 19. And Jared lived after he begot Enoch 800 years and begot sons and daughters. But God chose Enoch. Verse 20. And all the days of Jared were 962 years, and he died. So Jared lived 962 years. Now Enoch lived 60 and 5 years and begot Methuselah. And Enoch walked with God, verse 22. Verse 22. And Enoch walked with God after he begot Methuselah 300 years and begot sons and daughters. So Enoch walked with God for 300 years after he got Methuselah. He was 65 years. He was 65 years before he got Methuselah. And after he got Methuselah, he walked with God 300 years. But he also got begotten sons and daughters, walked in the righteousness of God, walked with God. Something we need to be doing. But he walked with God. Verse 23. And all the days of Enoch were 365 years. So he lived 365 years, all the days. And Enoch walked with God, and he was not. He was not. And Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him. God took him. Let's get a precept on that. Okay. Precept we're going to go to the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, verse 5. By faith, Enoch was translated that he should not see death. See, he ain't died. God took him. And was not found, because God had translated him. For before his translation, he had this testimony that he pleased God. God took him. So he ain't see death. God took Enoch. He took Enoch. Verse 25. And Methuselah lived 187 years and begot Lamech. Verse 26. And Methuselah lived after he begot Lamech 782 years and begot sons and daughters. But he took Lamech. And Lamech is, well, we're going to read it. This the generation leading down from Adam to Noah. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, that's 9 generations with Lamech. From Adam to Lamech, that's 9 generations. And Lamech lived, in verse 28, and Lamech lived 182 years and begot sons. We must skip some. Okay, it says verse 26 again. And Methuselah lived after he begot Lamech 782 years and begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Methuselah were 969 years, and he died. Methuselah was the oldest one, though, that lived it. Verse 28. And Lamech lived 182 years and begot a son. Okay. Here we go. We was in the right place. And begot a son. And he called his name Noah. Verse 29. And he called his name Noah, saying, This same shall comfort us concerning our work and toil of our hand, because of the ground which the Lord had cursed. When the Lord cursed the ground? He cursed the ground back in Genesis chapter what? We just in Genesis chapter 5. We just read about it. But he cursed, when he cursed the ground, and the Mac said this, that Noah saying, this same shall comfort us concerning our work. Noah was a real righteous man. Real righteous. Let me the line screen, which was, this is the book of Luke chapter 3 verse 36, which was the son of Canaan, which was the son of Arphaxad, which was the son of Sem, which was the son of Shem, which was the son of Noah, which was the son of Lamech. Lamech gave birth to Noah, and he comforted. The same shall comfort us concerning our work and toil of our hand. Verse 30. And Lamech lived after he begot Noah 595 years, and begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Lamech were 777 years, and he died. So he died before the flood came. Noah's father. And Noah literally means rest. Verse 32. And Noah was 500 years old, and Noah begot Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Now Noah was 500 years old when he begot his three sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Now that was the end of chapter 5. And I hope y'all got an understanding. Y'all go watch it back over, go over the notes, read it. I know I ain't throw too many precepts out there, but the precepts I did throw out there, use them. Guide through it. You read through it yourself. I'm not trying to pull so many precepts too far, because we ain't got all the way there. You're going to see how all this line up. That's why you have to remember what you're reading. Because as you read along, you're going to be seeing it coming back toward, like when you get to the New Testament, you're going to be seeing how it came back toward to the Old Testament. Because what was Yahweh Shai teaching? He wasn't teaching Matthew. He wasn't teaching Romans, 1 Corinthians, Revelation. He wasn't teaching that when he walked the earth. He was teaching the Torah and the prophecy, the book of Moses and the prophecy. That's why he said he did not come to change the law. He came to fulfill the law and the prophecy. Meaning he came to fulfill what taking place of the law, what the law had to be filled. Sacrifice. We would sacrifice all these animals for the sins that we were doing. He came to fulfill that law and the prophecy, what was talked about him, what he would come to do. Isaiah talked about him. Daniel talked about it. You have prophecies in the prophecy in the Old Testament. That's why you just can't build Old Testament only or New Testament only. It all coordinate together. It all go together. How Mike Malley said, the Old Testament, how he said the Old Testament the conceal of the New Testament. The New Testament is the something of the Old Testament, but it all go together. Yahushua taught the laws of Moses. Yahushua ain't come and changed no law. Yahushua ain't brought his own law. He taught the laws of Moses. My people, read this for yourself. A chapter a day. It wouldn't hurt. A chapter a day, keep the headaches away. For real. For real, Israel. We have laws that we have to go by. We just can't be out here being royalty people. We come from a royalty bloodline. And we can't be out here like that. Our women wearing C-Mo clothes. You see more of them than you do they clothes. Meaning they ain't covering up. They shamefaced. You got women's out here. I'm not trying to bash my women. I'm just saying have respect for yourself. Then you get mad at another man because he called you out of your name. True, he disrespect you. But look how you carry yourself. If you's a police officer, you gonna help. If you got on a police officer suit, what you known as? A police officer. If you got on a firefighter suit, you known as what? A firefighter. Even if you got on a nurse suit, what you known as? A nurse. So if you got on a whole suit, you wearing these skippy ass clothes all in your ass. What expect? What you think he expect? You a hoe. That's what we saying. Y'all same faceless. Our people don't care. Bad body build, they don't care. And the Most High tell you that in here. Y'all ladies, y'all need to read this and see what God say about y'all. Y'all don't want to be, that's following the heathen. Something he tell you in Jeremiah not to do. Don't do what the heathen do. And y'all go throw blonde hair in your head, the long eyelashes, the long fingernail. Like, what is that gonna accomplish when God created you beautiful? You beautiful already as he created you. So that means you don't like the creation that he did, cause you making it up. You making yourself look like something that you ain't. Come on, Israel. And our fellas, man, we need to, boy. We got a lot of problem with our women, but our fellas, man, y'all need to stand up and be kings. Y'all need to stand up and teach y'all daughters and y'all sons, especially y'all son, how to be a prince, growing into a king. You ain't gonna be able to have no nation or run no nation if you can't run your own household. Sometimes, yeah, you might have to step down from that and go restart over with your own. Because some women's not going to hearken. But fellas, it's more about us, man. We the head. We the head. And we got to teach our daughters the way they snatching up these kids and little girls, even boys. They can't be out there dressing like that, going out that door with them little stuff on. If they see mama do, they do it too. And then and then they walk around they mama man like that. That's so disrespectful. And the mama don't say nothing, the child don't say nothing, and the man don't say nothing because he enjoying both of y'all. He looking at both of y'all. So you have to respect yourself. Respect yourself, ladies. Respect yourself, man. We are chosen. We just went and put him. We was like Adam, Seth, Enos. We was like them on down the line. We was chosen. Now you built in the image of God. Because you were chosen. You come from the tribe of Israel. The 12 tribes. So you were chosen. You was blown the breath of life and became a living soul. And that's what Satan wants. Don't give him what he wants, Israel. Don't give him what he wants. Israel, Israel, Israel. Why? That was a good reading lesson. Good understanding from the Spirit. We take our time. One book at a time. And we're going to get the understanding. But we want to give all praise and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach. Get up for him, y'all. Get up for him. Gods of all God, Yahweh Shai. The kings of all kings, Yahweh Shai. The Lord of all lords, Yahweh Shai. Man. Man, so we're going to end this. All praise, all praise, all praise. Thank you, Father, for giving us this opportunity to sit back and read. I am Israel, a true seeker of Yahweh. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and let's get it popping. Kwam Yasharala.